Okay, that's got to be making fun of us, right? No, that's making fun of us. Buongiorno, amici miei. Thank you very much for anonymous internet person for correcting my Italian. I appreciate that. Feel free to do so in the future. But welcome, friends. Welcome to, well, Vatican City, but inside of Rome. Today was day 2 for me. A lovely Sunday afternoon that I spent the morning kind of catching up. I had to do some laundry, that kind of stuff. It's a long time coming because the last place didn't have laundry facilities, so I got that all set up. But to be honest, I wasn't in a big hurry because after yesterday, I was really tired. So, you know, I could use the break. And in fact, now after having walked most of the day, I think I'm kind of done again too. I'm going to just hang out for the evening and just relax, rest my feet. I do have a little activity tomorrow morning, so I do also want to be prepared for that. So, but what did I do today? Well, I decided that for the first day I was going to familiarize myself with the neighborhood a bit. So rather than like hop on the subway or anything like that, I just started walking towards the old part of the city. The first thing I did was stop by St. Peter's. Wanted to see that a little bit during the day. It occurred to me that I've never been here during the day. Not that I've been here too many times, but never during the day. So I thought I'd check that out, and it was kind of interesting. Um, it, it is. It wasn't as crowded as I expected it to be. I don't know why I got it in my head that I figured on a Sunday, like it'd just be packed full of people. Maybe it was in the morning, for all I know. I don't know. But it was a nice, peaceful afternoon, just checking out. It's it's a really beautiful space. It really is. Like again, I'll mention that I'm not very religious, so I mean a lot of the symbolism is lost on me, but the architecture is not, and the you know just space, the being around, the environment that's created, the vibe, for lack of a better word, right, is pretty great. And of course, knowing how old these pillars are and its historical significance, all of that's really interesting to just be spending an afternoon just staring at it. So it's very cool. Of course, this is a big long street that goes from St. Peter's. If I turn around, all the way, all the way down the street, and that's how you get to the old part of the city. And so that's what I did. I headed down there. I found this cool to-go pasta place that they make it real quick, and you can eat on the run, which was kind of cool. I love that about some of these Italian places, right? It's fast food, but it's not really fast food, right? Like it's fast, but it's still like they've got homemade pasta. They boil it, they put the sauce in, you're good to go, right? I really like that. It's really awesome. So what I did was I headed down pretty much as far as I could go before my feet got tired. But I did make it to Piazza Novana, which is that famous place where they have the 3 fountains. In particular, the Fontana del Nettuno, Neptune's fountain. And you've seen it in a bunch of movies. All the movies come there and they hang out with the 3 fountains and everything. But yeah, so that's the Fontana del Nettuno, Fiumo fountain, and the fountain of the Moro. I don't know much about all 3, but they are very, very cool. And it's another great space, like another cool space. It was crowded. So I could only really like hang out on the edges and stuff. But I did decide to go into the church there, the Saint Agnesi in Agone. These churches are not going to get easier to pronounce. But it's a really cool little space. It's great, and it's huge on the outside, right? Like its facade takes up like a third of the whole one side of the piazza, right? But the inside's seems pretty small, right? You go in there, and they do have some historical cards on there that you can read, and some cool sculptures, and of course the ceilings. I love those. It was really cool. And then suddenly someone just started singing, and I was like, oh wow, yeah, why not take advantage of the acoustics in there? And so yeah, that was kind of cool. We got, free concert. And of course, I lit a candle for Nancy, and so that's another city down, another church down for her, which I think I'm going to keep doing. Um, uh, I like it. Again, I hope it doesn't seem disrespectful. It certainly isn't coming from that place. But yeah, it was really cool to just kind of like walk around the city, get a feel for it. And it has started to occur to me how different the architecture is here, how the same but different it is from the places that I've been, Seville and Avignon and Milan. Obviously, it has a lot more, Italian feeling to it and everything, but it does have those old European streets still. Even like right here, like the old cobblestones are still being used and everything. It's really, really interesting. Not as easy on the feet as you might think when you're walking all day, but in any event, yeah. So on the way back, I found this really cool place. It was on one of my wish lists. So it's actually called the Chiesa Sacro Cuore del Suffragio, right? The Church of the Sacred Heart of Suffrage. Now, the reason why it's called that is inside they have this very, very unique, very small, very, very unique museum. And it is a museum dedicated to Purgatory. It's the Purgatory Museum. And in it, so they claim, it are artifacts that prove the existence of people in purgatory trying to communicate to, whatever this world, the temporal world. And most of it is like imprints burnt into paper or fabric, which is kind of interesting. And I'm not making too much fun here, but in the legend they describe all of the articles and what they're supposed to be and who they were contacted by. And then the last note is that 14, 15, and 16 haven't been substantiated yet. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, you get back to me when you've done your tests. No, I'm kidding, of course. But I mean, okay. So I'm a hypocrite. I mean, I'm making fun, but I found it super fascinating. Like I thought it was cool. I walked especially like 3 blocks out of the way, especially just to go to that museum. So I shouldn't make fun because it's kind of cool. I love those legends and things like that. And really glad that it's also like a little free museum. So if you're looking to do something on the cheap, there you go. But that kind of concludes my day. As the sun is about to set, maybe in about a half hour, I'm going to head back home. Maybe get some dinner and get a nice rest. For tomorrow, I have a food tour. And I'm going to learn about Rome with my stomach. I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure that you're subscribing because it really helps me out, but it also lets you know when my next video is coming out. But I also really appreciate all the likes and comments. I do read them every morning and I respond to them as soon as I can. Thank you for that. I hope you're doing well. I'm obviously doing well. I hope you're about to head on your own adventures. With that, buonanotte, arrivederci. Good night, everyone.